Okay, so we are back. So the first topic that we will discuss is about cooperative learning. So what is cooperative learning? So cooperative learning is a teaching learning technique, where the learners or the students interact with each other to acquire and practice the elements of the topics being discussed. So cooperative learning is a formal way of structuring activities following basic principles, which we will, of course, discuss more in detail in the next slides. So, which involve group tasks, which are designed to be suitable for group work. So, not all activities are designed or suitable for group work. Okay, so the idea here, if the topic or lesson is suitable for group work, then we can use cooperative learning. Next is positive interdependence. So the idea of cooperative learning is students learn not only by themselves, but they learn from each other. So they are mutually interdependent. Okay, so they learn from the other members of their learning group. And of course, attention and class time are given to promote interpersonal and cooperative skills. So the idea of cooperative learning is to allow students to, of course, not only discuss and talk about the topics, assigned, but at the same time to develop, interpersonal and cooperative skills, through sharing and discussion. And of course, another element of cooperative learning is that the class learns together in small groups. So ideally, groupings can actually run between 2 or 5 members. Okay. In some instances, you can have as many as 6 or even 7. But ideally, groupings should be between 2 to 5 members. And of course, as I have already discussed, very important component or element of cooperative learning is that the individual members are accountable for learning and participation. Okay, so this is an approach where students learn together in groups, and but at the same time they also are responsible or accountable for their own learning. Here in the cooperative learning, so the teacher is no longer the sage on the stage. The idea is we are no longer the source of all wisdom and knowledge. But instead of being a sage on the stage, as teachers, we are a guide, on the side. So we are providing opportunity, for students to learn by themselves. But at the same time, we are on their side not to provide guidance. So if they need assistance as to if there are items or topics which they do not understand, or some topics that need to be discussed, okay, then the teachers can come in and actually give his or her idea about the topic being discussed. Okay, I hope you still remember John Dewey and his learning by doing theory. So cooperative learning is also the idea of cooperative learning is we are teaching, providing our students an opportunity to learn by themselves. Just like the theory of John Dewey, learning by doing. So students learn by doing the activity, learn by themselves. So in cooperative learning, the students are not just passive learners. They do not just sit for the whole period and listen to the teacher talking in front. But students are active, active in their learning. They are actively engaged in their own learning. Okay, so cooperative learning is actually, is an example of a student-centered approach. Okay, so in cooperative learning, of course, it does not mean that the teacher is no longer needed. So this is an approach where students is the center. The students are the center of the class or the instruction or the learning. They're responsible also for their own learning rather than the teacher being the center of the learning. So the instructor or the teacher uh, facilitates the activity, but the center of the instruction is the student or the students. So that is cooperative learning.